EARLI Research Stories, your podcast uncovering stories from influential figures in the field of learning and instruction. What motivated them to become researchers? What are their next projects? And what advice do they have for young researchers of EARLI, the European Association for Research on Learning and Instruction? Your host, Stefan Siegel.
Hey, warm welcome. Thanks for tuning into the EARLI Research Stories podcast. With this podcast, we want to recognize the achievements of influential representatives of EARLI and the field of higher education. In each episode, I will talk to leading scholars about their academic journey, their research, and their involvement in EARLI. My first two guests were Sari Lindblom from the University of Helsinki in Finland and Jan Vermunt from the Eindhoven University of Technology in the Netherlands. I led these interviews in February and April this year, and I was really fascinated by their reflections and insights. Unfortunately, the idea for this podcast wasn't born at that time. That's why these interviews aren't podcasts in the strict sense. However, you can find the transcripts for the interviews with Sari and Jan on the website of the European Association for Research on Learning and Instruction under www.early.org/research-stories. I know that it's an unusual way to start a podcast with written texts. However, I do think that these first two interviews really belong to this series or this format. From episode 3 on, there will be actual recordings of the conversations. I really do hope that you appreciate the interviews as much as I do. I'd be happy to welcome you to the next episode. Take care and bye-bye.
This is a podcast produced by the European Association for Research on Learning and Instruction in collaboration with the Institute of Business Education and Educational Management and the Medialab at the University of St.Gallen. Thank you for listening and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.